Hi, this is chapter 38. It's really getting exciting. Chapter 38. Text message from Fiona. Spell summoning checklist. Saturn, I got us a ton from the dress material shop. Also, I've been practicing knots. Herbs. Rue. Lol, your mum actually does have a herb garden. Protestants. Lots of rosemary, yes or no? Chance. Maeve, I'm depending on you to give us some real Liso level chance. Rhythm. Energy. Sass. Fiona went back to the division herself on Friday afternoon and tried to buy the supplies. Fionella was not convinced. Apparently she was basically monosyllabic with Fiona, despite Fiona's pretense that this was once again for a school project. Fiona and Rue and I have gone over Fionella's warning again and again, picking at it from all sides, biting it like a prospector checks for gold. Surely, Fiona began, full of passion. If her protection spells aren't working anymore, then that's even more incentive for us to finish the housekeeper, right? Clearly. Aaron is working his way to you, Maeve. He knows you are special, a sensitive, whatever. Same thing. Rue was quiet for a long time, and after I told him, measured and logical, reluctant of Fiona's overconfident bravado, heaven died, he says, simply. We have to remember that heaven died. Heaven died, yes, I replied, trying to mimic his mature delivery. But heaven was probably on her own, for one, and for two, heaven actually wanted her father to die. He was beating the family. He wanted her mum to get the divorce, but the referendum didn't pass. So she summoned the housekeeper. Did Fionella tell you that? No. To my own shame, I had barely even asked about heaven. Harriet, I had squandered my remaining time in the definition asking only about myself. By the time I got around to asking about heaven, I was already being kicked out. But it's obvious. Sister A basically told me herself, and Rue adds, her dad died. He didn't go missing. He didn't disappear into the Beck River. It was life for a life. It's not nice, but it's black magic. She knew what she was doing, as opposed to you, who accidentally summoned the housekeeper, and now Lily's is accidentally stuck in the sort of in-between. She's not dead, so there's no swap to be made. We are just balancing the books. The logic of this feels firm to me. It feels firm to Fiona too. So we decide to go ahead with the ritual. Crystals or no. I think we need 3 chants. 1 for cutting the satin into ropes. I'll bring a kitchen knife. 1 for throwing the knot and 1 for pulling it in. That okay, Maeve? Is that okay, Maeve? I text back K. Also, can we all wear blue or black, Saturn's colors? And another, I can't believe it. It's tomorrow. I put my phone on airplane mode. I'll wear blue or black. I'll wear whatever. I haven't mentioned the nightmares to Fiona or Rue. It feels like I have given them enough to worry about, and this whole sensitive thing is already more hassle than it's worth. I've spent the last 16 years of my life trying very hard not to be kind of a girl who needs a lot of looking after. The realization that I've been protected by a near stranger for almost a month is like boasting about being really good at the video game, then finding out everyone's been letting you play on easy mode. So no, I don't mention the nightmares. It's only the same old crap anyway. The housekeeper, the river, the sense of Lily nearby, and waiting and snarling. On Saturday morning, I wake up at 5 a.m., feeling heavy, hot and sick. It's still dark outside. I take my pillow into the bathroom, feeling the cool porcelain against my skin. Eventually, I drift off again, drooling onto the soft cotton case. I'm only at the river again. It's bright, early morning, and Tutu is with me. I search around for the housekeeper. At this stage, I used to seeing her statuic, quasi-human form. It's not a comfort, but it is a guarantee. This time I don't see her, at least not right now, and not right away. Across the river, sitting on the upturned milk crate, is Aaron. What is he doing here? Is Aaron really visiting my dreams? Now that the protection spell has worn off, or is this just my subconscious working out its growing fear of him? There must be a beam of light streaming through the bathroom window and dancing off my closed eyelids, because a rainbow is darting around on the ground in front of me. It moves as I do, bouncing and refracting off the water. Aaron is wearing a white t-shirt and jeans, smiling easily as the morning sun plays on his tan face. There is something in his hands. I squint. The sun is almost blinding me, and he's too far across the river to see very well. Excuse me. But is definitely stroking something in his lap. Something dark and glossy, like a cat. A cat bigger than a cat. A cat bigger than a cat. Are you really here? I ask. And despite the fact I haven't raised my voice, he can hear me. He looks up. Is it really morning? He doesn't say anything. He just nods and keeps stroking whatever is in his lap. Tutu starts to bark fiercely at first, but the noise quickly gives way to anxious whine. A flash of white teeth from across the river. Aaron is smiling at me. My eyes finally adjust to the light. I can see Aaron a little better now, and more importantly, I can see what he's holding. Lying in Aaron's lap is the head of the housekeeper. For a sickening moment, I think it's her disembodied head hacked clean off her body. But no, perhaps even more terrifying, the housekeeper is merely resting on Aaron's lap while he slowly separates her long black hair with his fingers, each satin band through his fingers like water, and there seems to be true affection in the gesture, almost tenderness. He smiles again. Another flash of white crossed the river. What are you doing? Why are you here? Shh! She's sleeping. What do you want from me, Aaron? Shh! I turn around, refusing to face him. Wake up, Maeve. Wake the hell up. This is what she's thinking. Or dreaming. If I were you, I wouldn't be in such a hurry to wake up. It's hard out there, you know. It's hard for people like us. What are you talking about? He goes back to stroking her hair. Isn't it sweet, Maeve? You are more afraid of her than anything, and she's just a pet to me. I shut my eyes. I don't want to look at him any more. I could smell you, you know, the first time. I could smell you from the elevator. Shut up. It's going to be interesting, he murmurs. If you live. The prism of the rainbow. Light moves and my eyes flutter open. The room is full of blinding early morning sun, bouncing off the white tiles. My entire body is shaking, my teeth crackling together like someone who is cold in the cartoon. His final words are still rattling around my head like loose change. It's going to be so interesting if you live. As disappointedly as I can, I try to imagine myself dead, and other Harriet Evans, or Heaven, or Harry, or whatever she was called. I imagine being outlived by Sister Assumptua, the oldest woman in the world, but her praying rosaries for me to some other idiot girl that was conned into cleaning her car. Maeve doesn't get to be with him, so I still pray for her. My God is forgiving God. Wah ha 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 ha. Wah wah wah. Wow. So my teeth start to snack on my nails as the sweat from my dreams settles and dries on my body. I feel sticky, strange. Sister A said that Harriet Evans didn't get to be with God. Heaven didn't get to go to heaven, as it were. I remember Fionella. Her eyes gazed as she talked about the Virgin Mary and the infant Jesus of Prague. How she didn't want to take over the lease on the shop because it had once been used for religious gifts and memorabilia. Names are powerful. It was the first thing she told me. Names are powerful. Something dirty and strange starts to dredge up from my memory like a fishing rod hauling up the old boot. Something hidden under years and years of Catholic schooling. Something I've taken for granted, never questioned nor thought about it. People who commit suicide don't go to heaven, or not according to the church, they don't. Maybe they've changed that lately. The Pope likes to change things, rebrand Catholicism to make it seem fresh and interesting, but that was the way for a long time, wasn't it? Suicide was a sin in God's eyes. Fionella called her sister Heaven as a prayer. Heaven, heaven, heaven. Heaven wasn't killed by the ritual. She had killed herself during it. It's going to be so interesting if you live. That is what Aaron said. If, if. I shred my nails down to the quick. my fingertips sore and raw. What was I going to have to do to get Lily back?